Let me ask you something real. Now that you're in your 70s, what do you truly value most? Is it health, a clear mind when you wake up, or just the simple ability to live each day without becoming a burden to anyone? You see, many people think that living long comes down to luck, good genes, or a miracle. But the truth is, most people who reach 90 or even 100 in good shape, they all have something in common. They've learned to let go of the daily habits that quietly steal years off their lives. Now, I say this with deep respect for you. If you still want to live with strength, clarity, and peace of mind, then the 9 habits we're about to talk about could change your path forward. And here's the best part. You don't have to fix everything overnight. Just one small shift might be all it takes to feel alive again, to walk stronger, to smile more freely in the years ahead. So I invite you, stay with me until the end, because sometimes one idea is all it takes to change the rest of your life. Habit 1. Negative self-talk. Jim Rohn Tone. There's a conversation going on in your mind right now, and no one else hears it, except you. That voice, it matters, because it's either building your future or quietly tearing it down. You've heard it. I'm too old for that. I don't have the energy anymore. I can't learn something new. Now, let me tell you something simple but powerful. Those are not just thoughts. Those are decisions. You see, Richard was 79 when he started saying those very words. One small health scare, and he told himself, I guess I'm done. And from that moment, he started retreating. No more bowling, no more calls to friends, no more joy. But no one told Richard to quit. He did that with his own words. Here's what I've learned. You can't always control what happens to your body, but you can absolutely control what you tell yourself about it. Try this instead. Don't say, I can't. Say, I'll begin. Don't say, I'm getting worse. Say, I'm adjusting. Change the story, and you change the outcome. And sometimes that shift alone can bring back energy, clarity, and a few more meaningful years. Habit 2. Holding on to grudges. Let me tell you something most people don't realize. You don't carry the grudge. The grudge carries you. You see, old hurts don't just live in memory. They live in your shoulders. They live in your breathing. They live in your heart. Florence was 83. She hadn't spoken to her best friend in over a decade, over one argument. And every time she thought about it, her chest tightened. Her mood darkened. She didn't need more medicine. She needed release. Her daughter said, just call and say hello. And with a shaky voice, she did. What happened? The tension melted, not because everything was fixed, but because she let go. Now, forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean saying, what happened was okay. It means you're done carrying the weight. If something is heavy on your heart, write it down. Talk to someone you trust. Or just take a deep breath and say, I'm ready to move forward. You can't change the past, but you can stop letting it steal your peace. Habit 3. Living in a cluttered, closed-off space. Here's something to think about. Your home doesn't just hold your things, it holds your mind. A cluttered space, it creates a cluttered spirit. Too many closed curtains, too many piles of someday objects, and suddenly, life feels dim. And you don't even know why. Helen was 76. She lived alone in the same apartment for 20 years, curtains always drawn. Nothing changed. She thought, I'm used to it. Then her granddaughter came by, opened the windows, cleared the kitchen, added a few plants, and Helen said, I slept better these last few nights, and I don't know why. Well, now you do. You see, light matters. Fresh air matters. a peaceful corner matters. My wise friends, start small. Fold the blanket. Toss one old item. Crack a window open. You don't need a big renovation, just a quiet refresh. Because living long isn't just about staying alive. It's about creating a space where your soul can breathe. Habit 4. Sitting too much. When we were young, we couldn't sit still. Now, it's easy to sit for hours and call it rest. But let me be clear. Rest is not the same as stillness, and too much sitting will slowly steal your strength. Harold, 81, spent most days in his recliner after knee surgery. He thought he was being careful, but soon his legs weakened, his balance slipped, and worst of all, he lost confidence. Then his doctor said one thing: stand up once an hour. That's it. Harold started slow, around the house, then down the driveway, and eventually, he was walking with his friends again in the park. You don't need to jog. You don't need a gym. Just stand, stretch, step toward the window. Remind your body, we're still here and we still move, because motion is life, and every small step is proof that you haven't stopped living. Habit 5. Too much sugar and processed food. Now this one's sweet, but dangerous. We all love a little treat. But when sugar becomes a daily habit, it doesn't comfort. It drains. Pauline, 74, started every day with pastries and sweet coffee. By noon, she was tired. By afternoon, snacking non-stop. And when the doctor ran her tests, blood sugar high, memory fading, heart stressed. Her granddaughter helped her make one shift. Whole grain toast, fruit, herbal tea, nothing extreme, just cleaner choices. Weeks later, she was sleeping better, sharper, calmer. You see, every meal is a message, and that message is either, I care for myself, or I've stopped trying. Choose food that loves you back. Less packaged, more real. Less sugar, more life. And if you're still with me now, thank you. That tells me you're someone who still believes in growing, learning, and living well. Feel free to subscribe for more wisdom like this. We're just getting started. Habit 6. Ignoring sleep problems. Let's be honest, too many people in their 70s treat poor sleep like it's just part of aging. But it's not. It's a signal. Margaret, 80, had been tossing and turning for years, tired, moody, forgetful. She thought, well, this is just how it is now, until her granddaughter convinced her to mention it at a checkup. Turns out, it was the late afternoon coffee and some mild joint pain at night. Simple adjustments, no caffeine after lunch, a pillow under her knees. Suddenly, she slept, deeply, peacefully. You see, sleep isn't a luxury. It's the repair shop for your body and mind. If you wake up tired every day, don't accept it. Look closer, ask questions, because just one small change could give you your energy back, your clarity, your calm. Don't underestimate the power of a good night's sleep. It might just add years, good years, to your life. Habit 7. Delaying health checkups. I've heard it too often. I'm too old. What's the point of seeing the doctor? My friend, that's not wisdom. That's fear pretending to be wisdom. Walter, 78, had been feeling off, shortness of breath, a little fatigue. He didn't say a word, didn't want to cause worry. His son finally insisted. The result? Early-stage heart issue, easily treatable because they caught it in time. Here's the truth. The cost of delay is often much higher than the cost of checking. No one's asking for tests every week. Just show up once in a while. Ask about your medications. Mention what's changed. That one small appointment, it might prevent the big one that no one wants. Health isn't just about living longer, it's about living stronger, freer, clearer. Habit 8. Withdrawing from social connection. As we get older, it's easy to pull away. Less talking, less visiting, less reaching out. Not because we don't care, but because we don't want to be a bother. But let me tell you something you already know. Loneliness shrinks the heart. Robert, 77, moved to a new town after losing his wife. For months, the only voice he heard was the grocery clerk. Then, one morning, his daughter invited him to breakfast with her friends. He said nothing at first, just listened. But the next Monday, he went again, and the next, not for the food, but for the laughter. Human connection isn't about big events. It's the neighbor's wave, the phone call you didn't expect, the moment someone says, "You matter." And if you're hesitating to reach out, remember this. Someone else is probably waiting for you to call. Habit 9. Avoiding new experiences. Routine feels safe. Same breakfast, same street, same TV show. But comfort, over time, becomes a cage. Frank, 82, had done the same things every day for decades. Then his granddaughter invited him to try a watercolor class. He hesitated, felt silly, but he went. And what happened? He didn't paint a masterpiece, but he found something even better. Joy. New experiences aren't just for the young, they're for the alive. Try a new recipe, join a group, learn something online, get a little lost, and smile while doing it. Because curiosity isn't about age, it's about spirit. And when the spirit stays young, the rest of life follows. So here we are. 9 habits, 9 small changes. Not one of them requires perfection, just awareness and a willingness to shift. Maybe you saw yourself in one of them, maybe in all of them. Don't be overwhelmed. You don't have to fix everything at once. Just pick one and begin. Because it's not the big moves that change your life, it's the little adjustments done consistently. If something in today's message spoke to you, hold on to it. Carry it into tomorrow, and maybe share it with someone else who needs a nudge. And if you'd like to keep walking this journey of wisdom with us, feel free to subscribe, because the path ahead is still full of light, and it's never too late to walk it well.